Hey guys, I wanted to come to you with a little video about posting on Facebook. Jen actually had asked me to do a little segment on power posting for her Back to the Basics Zoom, and I wanted to make a shortened version of it for you guys. So the first part of the video is going to be what I call my Facebook do's, and then I'll do a separate video on what I do call my Facebook don'ts. Obviously, everything I share in this video is of my opinion only. I'm not telling you how to run your business. I'm just giving you my opinions and how I run my own. So you can weed through it, keep what you like, and get rid of what you don't, and that's okay with me. So one of my do's is do use your own voice. So, and I have my notes right here. I hope you don't mind if I keep looking down. So, do use your own voice. You have to be yourself on Facebook. Your friends and family, who you are your most self with, they're going to know if you are, not acting like you. So, if you're funny, use your sense of humor. If you're passionate about certain causes, share that passion. People want to know who you are, and we know it all the time, and we hear it all the time that this is a business of relationships, and people join you. So, be memorable by being yourself. If you try to be somebody else, it's not going to fit right. Um, the second one is do practice positivity. So I'm all about being uplifting. If you follow me at all, if there's a pretty Pinterest quote, say that 3 times fast after a glass of wine at dinner. If there's a pretty Pinterest quote, I am posting it. I'm all about trying to make people feel good. Um, if I have something annoying happen in my day or something bad happen, you will really never see me post about it on Facebook unless I'm either using humor to make people laugh about what happened or putting a spin on it. This I learned a lesson today through this thing. But by being positive, you're somebody that people want to be around. So do be positive. The next one is do leave your followers with a great impression of you. So I used to tell my fifth graders when I taught in school, I would teach them the grandma rule when we were talking about social media. So I would always say, don't post anything on any of your pages that you wouldn't want your grandma to see, whether it embarrasses you or whatever the reason is, those reasons you wouldn't want your grandma to see your stuff. We need to follow the prospect or customer rule. And what that means is, don't put anything out there that you think is going to ruin your relationship with them or have them see you in a different light. You are a business owner and you are using Facebook as your storefront. So you have to see yourself through your customers' eyes, through your potential prospects' eyes, and realize that you are radiating who you are, and people are attracted to certain energies, and you want to put a good one out there. So, for example, and I use this on the call, I love profanity. There are 100 good things about me, but one of my vices is I love swear words. I can't help it. It's just who I am. And if there's a funny meme and it has a cuss word in it, I will send it to my husband. I will send it to my best friend. I will send it to my mom. But you know what? I will never, as much as I want to, post that on my Facebook page because not everyone shares the same sick sense of humor that I do. And so, I channel that part of myself in another way. And then on my Facebook, I keep it clean because I don't know who's out there watching me and thinking, I think I want to join her. And then I post one thing that turns them off or I repeatedly post things that turn them off and then they change their mind. And so I'm always trying to keep that storefront clean, if that makes sense. The next one is do post before and afters. Believe it or not, my first couple months in the business, I had a harder time sometimes posting before and afters than I did messaging people because I hadn't used the products first and I believed in them because I watched Jen's skin change. But every time I posted one of those pictures, I kind of felt like, oh my gosh, is this even real? Is this even possible? Are people going to call me out on it? Are they going to say it's a different person? I don't know why. It just gave me a really sick feeling. As soon as I got over myself and realized that posting before and afters works, my business changed. You don't know who is going to see one of those before and afters and thinks that looks like my skin, or oh my gosh, that looks like my kid's skin. I want to see those results for him or her. And by posting it repeatedly or posting them consistently is what I'm looking for, you have a higher average that someone is going to see it on a day where they're ready to buy. So you don't know what day you put out that reverse picture and somebody just got paid and they've been keeping their eye on you, and it's the same day they washed their face and looked in the mirror and thought this has to go. And so, as my friend and coworker, business partner, friend Tara Miller says, it's a law of averages. The more you put it out there, the better the chances are. So if you're holding yourself back from posting before and afters, or you're posting like here and there sporadically, that's not going to work. You need to have a consistent posting to get people to catch on to that you believe in this business. The next one is do post business posts. I try to follow the rule of 5 before and afters a week and 2 business posts. I'm not always perfect because I'm a little ADHD, but that's what the ideal is in my head. A business post can be anywhere from sharing a redefined blog story, an opportunity call, an inspirational quote about starting new adventures, anything like that. You can even take a picture of yourself working somewhere and say, work on my business, and if you ever wondered if opportunity calls work, like I used to wonder, as soon as I did my own, and I did it through freeconferencing.com and had that code up there, as soon as you guys started posting that, every morning I would get an email with phone numbers that called in to listen to that call. And so people are checking them out. And actually, the other day I posted Charla Corns, and I kind of threw it out there, and I was in a hurry, not following my own rules. And a girl who is one of my PCs, who I never thought was interested in the business, she shot me down once, great PC though, she put, "What time is this call?" And so I hurried up and listened to the call very quickly, which I should have done before. And it was kind of outdated. She talked about being an elite, where she's in RFX now. And it just wasn't the call that I would have picked for this girl to listen to, but I was already committed. So I should have listened to it first. So opportunity calls do work, and we should listen to them beforehand to make sure that it is the information we want to be putting out there. The next one is do post lifestyle posts. I think these posts speak louder. I have like a little slur with my S's, and I notice it every time I say post. Sorry. I think that these lifestyle posts speak louder than anything that we have, because we always hear that facts tell and stories sell. Is that right? Facts tell and stories sell. I think that's right. And whenever you're showing what this business is doing for your life and it's in real time, and they can see, oh my gosh, why is she working outside on her pretty deck in the middle of the day? How is she doing that? Or how is she working her business from the beach? Or how is she affording to take her kid to Sky Jump Zone Land, or whatever those places are called that are super expensive where you take your kids? I think whenever you show that kind of stuff and you hashtag our opportunity or something like that, I think it does get people thinking. Let's talk about payday posts really quickly. And I'm going to be super vulnerable and honest with you here. Payday posts are really hard for me. I have a super hard time talking about money. I don't know if it's because of how I grew up or what, but it's just something that I have a difficult time with. And so I struggle with those. However, I will tell you that the very first RNF post that I saw before I even knew what RNF was a payday post from one of my childhood friends. And she posted a picture of like their oil tank for the winter. And she said, "All filled up and ready for the winter thanks to RNF." And I thought, wow, that's kind of awesome, because I knew she was a teacher like me. And I actually called my dad, and because I knew he had an oil tank or whatever the heck this is. And I said, "Dad, how much does it cost you to fill that up for the winter?" And he told me, and I thought, well, holy crap, she's making a lot of money. And so that is what actually piqued my interest in the beginning. In our last payday, Annie messaged me and she said, "Did you watch Cindy Hernandez's Facebook Live video about her payday?" And I hadn't, so I scooted over and watched it. She's one of our RFX leaders, and she holds up her favorite MAC lipstick, and she says, "This lipstick is my favorite from MAC, and with my payday post, I can buy 3 bajillion of them," or something. I don't know what the number was. But Annie sent me a screenshot of a calculator because she looked up the price of that lipstick and multiplied it by what Cindy said she could buy with it. And her paycheck was something insane, like $30,000 plus in 1 month. And people will follow that and will look it up. So be classy, be creative, be true to yourself. But I think those lifestyle posts really speak. The next one is do engage your network. People love to give their opinions, and every once in a while I throw out something like that and fish around to see who's still watching my posts. So you can post a question with a cute little picture with it. And some of my favorites that I've seen or liked or used are the ones like somebody had one where there were like 4 marshmallows toasted to different degrees of toastiness. And it said, which one of these do you like best? Asking for a book recommendation, a movie recommendation, playlist, plumber, anything, getting people's opinions and getting them noticing you. One time I asked for people's favorite type of cereal and posted the picture of what my cereal was and Chris's cereal was. And I said I would send them a mini facial or something if they commented theirs. It was so amazing. Like 100 people commented their favorite cereals. Because here's the thing, people are kind of bored. And if you can give them like something mindless or fun to do during the day when they just like log on to Facebook at lunch or in the bathroom or wherever, people like to engage. I love the fill in the blanks one. I used one a couple weeks ago and I said my favorite Starbucks drink is blank. And I mixed this one with a lifestyle post and said I'm at Starbucks working today because there are some people out there who don't know that I left my job. So I want them to wonder, well, how's she at Starbucks in the middle of the day on a Wednesday working? And then by engaging them by filling in their favorite drink. I love the ones that are like caption this photo. I like the ones that say post a picture of, the 13th picture on your phone or on your camera roll or the most recent picture you took. Would you rather questions or even trivia questions or asking people for help. I think that is really engaging. I have 3 more for you and I'm almost done. The next one is do post every day. So touch in with your network in some way. I understand that things come up. A few weeks ago, I had something come up and I was just off Facebook for 2 days and I felt really disconnected, but I also hadn't really checked in with my network. And so as that happens, check back in as soon as you can. You want to be memorable and you want to stand out. People have other things going on in their lives and you don't want them to forget that you are a storefront owner, you are a business owner, and Facebook is your storefront, and you don't want them to forget that you're open for business. So if you are self-conscious about posting on Facebook every day about RNF, try to get past that because you can't pay your bills with other people's opinions, but also get past it in a way that you can get past it. So if it's you're posting, a quote instead of a before and after picture while you get your feet wet with posting every day, that's fine, but do that. Check in, make yourself memorable. The next one is do mix up your post varieties. So balance your life, your business, your kids, your pets, whatever it is, and take pride in what you post. Make sure that you have checked the spelling and grammar. Make sure that you have put the best quality picture. If you're lazy and rushed, which we all get sometimes, like I did with the Charlocorn thing, make sure that you take the time to make sure everything is what you want it to be. Sorry, I'm starting to ramble, which means this is time to end this. And the last one is do comment on your prospects' posts. So I have heard this is true. I haven't substantiated this, but that if you don't comment on their posts, then they don't see you as much either, which in general, you just want to be interested in their lives and know what they have going on. And so by commenting on them, you're interacting with them in a way that is non-RNF related and showing interest in that way. So those are my do's. Like I said, of my opinion only, you can take what you want and throw the rest away, but I hope that was helpful in some way.